Hello and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Sarah and it is nice to meet you. I'm glad that you clicked on this video. I'm glad that you want to watch this video on my channel. I'm sorry I look a mess, but this is always what I look like before I start my makeup. Sometimes I look decent, but other times I just look like this. I already put glue in my eyebrows and I like glued them down because I want to make my eyebrows really thin. Like I always say I'm gonna go thin, but then I just do them like regular. But this time I'm really gonna try, like really gonna try. Oh gosh, and it's like getting to that time where it'll be golden hour, but because there's a time change, I have a little bit more time to do my makeup. Okay, I'm back. I had to make sure that there was someone here first, but can we just take like, can we take a second to vent on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I really needed to vent, but I'm gonna mute all that so no one can hear what I'm saying because no, I can't. The same thing I always do, after I glue down my eyebrows, I put on my NYX white eyeliner pencil. I'm so tired of people asking me what I use. Like, it's in the description, I say it in the video. It's like, I'm not gonna not answer because I'm not a bitch like some people. It's like if people ask me where I got something, I'm not gonna not tell them. Like, I don't get why some people do that. Like, first of all, that makes you look so insecure, and then on top of that, we're gonna find out what you used anyways, like eventually. Like oh no, oh damn, like this is such a secret thing. Like if you know about it, I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to figure out where you got it. Like, you know what I mean? God, I hate people like that. I was like at work the other day and I was checking my phone and I kept getting like a bunch of TikTok notifications. I'm just like, that's weird, because I barely post on TikTok, and when I do, the videos never do well, like ever. And then but that whole Nikita one that I posted, like it has like 150,000 views. Like that's the most views anything I've ever put out has gotten. Like, I really didn't want that to be what it was, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, whatever the saying goes. Anyways, because I'm getting off track, I'm just gonna blend in this. Someone commented on my video and they were like, oh, can you talk about what you do while you do it? I'm just like, that, you know, look, I'm not trying to like say like, oh God, like you know, I don't want to sound mean when I say that, but like, you're not stupid. You can clearly see what I'm doing, and it's better to do than to say. And you know, I don't like to talk a lot. I don't talk a lot when I'm at work unless I have to talk to the customers. You know what? I waxed my eyebrows and I fucked them up, and the hair grew back so quickly. And my actual hair, my natural hair has been growing so much, which I'm happy about. I'm trying to decide what I want to do to it, because I really do want to wear my hair out. I wish I could braid, because then I would braid my hair, but I don't know how to braid. I'm trying to learn how to braid, and you know, one day you're gonna see me. I'm gonna pop out with Poetic Justice braids, because those are the braids I want. I've only had braids once, and if I can find the picture, I'll insert it in the corner. Everybody's comments on my last video were very helpful in guiding me on what to do, but the problem is it's hard when you like somebody, like when you have a crush on them, it's like you get nervous around them. And I was never nervous around him before. Like, I could just talk to him like it was nothing because I didn't like him then. I started to develop a crush and I didn't even realize it, because like I would like think in my head like, oh, he's so funny and something like that, and so adorable the way he bops around and stuff. Like when it's really busy in the store, like he just like He has like this walk that he does. It's so cute. And it's like, I can tell that he's like stressing, and I try not to show that I'm stressing out, but I'm really, you know, you can tell I look really pissed. I was gonna do white eyebrows because I kind of like the way they look. Not like entirely this, you know, I don't want you to get the wrong idea, but I'm gonna just color them in and make them the same color as my brows, or at least I'll try, because my hair is multicolored. And I'm gonna do like a little 360 so you can see what it looks like. Okay. Oh, and I'm going in with this purple and this purple. Okay. And now I'm going to dip the brush in the little circle of purple. Like, you know what? I sound robotic when I say that. Why would I have to explain everything that I do? Like, I don't enough already. Like, what if that was just my eyebrow, like just that? I've seen people with eyebrows like that, and you know what? I applaud you if you can have no eyebrows, because for me, I cannot part with my eyebrows. You know, when I used to be so insecure about them, like I've had thick eyebrows my entire life, and now I'm starting to love them, which is so crazy. And I don't know why it took me so long, but well, I do, because I would see girls in school and they would have thin eyebrows, and I'd be like, oh god, why don't I have thin eyebrows? Like, you know, everybody else has thin eyebrows. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, keep them bushy if you want to be bushy, keep them thin if you want it to be thin. It shouldn't even be like a thing. Like, oh, if you're a woman, you should look this way. Like, and we need to stop letting men dictate how we should look. If I want to have purple hair today, then I'll have purple hair. If I want to have blue hair tomorrow, I'll have blue hair. Like, oh, people always question me, why do you change your hair so much? Like, because I fucking want to. Why does there have to be a reason to do things? Like, you're so concerned with my appearance instead of the person that I am inside. Like, you don't care about me. You don't give a shit about me. You only care about what I can do for you. Like, you men are just fucking ridiculous. You really just irk me and get on my nerves. And there are some women that are very judgy and bitchy about my appearance, and they know who they are. And those are the type of women that go out in the world, and those are the women that envy other people that are free enough to be themselves. If anyone's ever judged you for the way you look, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And a lot of you have told me that that's happened to you. And you say, how do I deal with it? I just deal with it by doing what I want and dressing how I want and looking how I want. So clearly, you see, to this day, people still judge my appearance day in, day out. Every time I step outside or I look at my phone, someone's judging the way I look. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm not gonna just change my whole approach on life just because one person doesn't like me. Like, get out of here. Oh my god, I just realized where I want them to go. Wow. People always tell me, oh, you never do thin eyebrows. And I posted this tutorial, this 90s makeup tutorial, and it got like so many freaking views. And I realized it was because of the brows. People love when you do those thin little 90s brows. Just like, they are really cute, but it's, you know. And I used to want my eyebrows to be like that. I used to wax my eyebrows every weekend. Not every weekend, every 2 weeks I would get my eyebrows waxed. And then, what happened? Oh, then the pandemic started, and then I stopped getting my eyebrows waxed. And I let them be bushy and free as they are. And I do miss having my eyebrows waxed. And when this shit is over, if it ever is over, I will definitely be getting my eyebrows waxed regularly and trying to get my nails done regularly like I used to. Just those little things like make me feel happy. I'm just like, I don't want to risk my life to get my freaking nails done or my hair done. That's why I started doing my hair myself, and that's why I look shitty. But I won't lie, I do like the way that some of these wigs came out dyed. I'm not gonna shit on myself like too much. I will give myself some credit. I did dye some like fire ass wigs this year, but installation definitely needs some work. Everyone keeps saying like, oh Sarah, like just go out and say it. I'm like, no. I'm like, when you guys go up to your crush and tell them you like them, then I'll do that. Cause it sounds like no one else has done that, but you want me to do that. That's ridiculous. And I'm really kind of like irked about it. I think he has a girlfriend too. And if he does, I don't want to get involved in that, because I have been in situations where I was talking to a guy and then I found out that he had a girlfriend and he lied to me the whole time saying he was single. So weird. Don't want to get into that again. We cannot have that. I don't know if this camera quality is good because this is a new phone, and instead of buying a camera, I decided to buy a phone just because I was really living life with no phone. Like for 2 years, my phone was not in service because I didn't want anyone to text me. I didn't want anyone to call me. I didn't want to speak to anyone. Like as soon as the pandemic started, like I was really depressed before it started. And then when it began and I didn't have to see anyone, I loved that. And I was just like, I'm just gonna be this like, I'm just gonna disappear completely, and I'm not gonna like call anyone, pretend that I died or something. It worked, and no one ever tried to like contact me or anything. That was all I had to do, was just not text any of my friends, just for them to not text me anymore. And I think that's great. I think that's great that I have that power. I mean, this year, not even this year alone, last year, you know, it was a really changing experience for everybody. It was like what, I feel like it's somewhat of what we needed. Not like, you know, the people dying, I mean like just self-reflection, realizing that some people really weren't your friends and that you were like enabling, and or maybe you were being enabled. Like it depends on your situation. I don't want to speak on that too much, but I'll just say that like for me, I needed to be alone. Like I really needed that time to just figure out what I wanted to do.
When she turned 28 this past year, it is pretty morbid, but we kind of were like, you made it to 28. Yes, you survived the 27 club. You know?
let's talk about Alice in Chains. I have like, I remember I used to listen to Alice in Chains like when I was in high school, like probably my freshman year of high school, and that was the time when I was like, I felt the most like secluded because I was new and I was just trying to figure out what I wanted, like who I was gonna be and who I was gonna hang around, and I was kind of just hopping from group to group trying to figure out where I fit in the most, where I molded the best. And I was listening to Alice in Chains a lot, and I'm not like, I was really like depressed, and their music really like helped me through that time. And then like I stopped listening to them for like a couple years. But there's a really funny story about that. Like, I was playing Grand Theft Auto and I was on Grand Theft Auto Live. I was using my brother's PlayStation. I was playing like I normally do, and I was listening to Alice in Chains, and I was singing, and I cannot sing, okay? I can't. I didn't realize the mic was on, but it was on and they could hear me singing. And I stopped singing in the middle of the song because I was driving, and I hear somebody go, "Shut up, shut the fuck up," and I'm just like, what is that? And I turn up the volume even more, and I hear it from the TV. I'm just like, what? And I look up in the screen, and you know how there's like icons and little names where you can see, and I saw that other people's mics were on. They turned their mics on. And here's my thing: if you don't want to hear me singing, you can leave and go to another chat or room or whatever, or you can mute the TV. Like, fuck you. And I wish I had that confidence then, but I just got so scared, and I like turned off the TV, and I didn't listen to Alice in Chains from that day, which is so stupid. Like, why would I let that stop me? I don't know. But it was kind of good in a way, because I rediscovered my love for them. Like, because I used to be obsessed. I was like obsessed with the facelift era of Alice in Chains. But yeah, you know, if you want to sing your little heart out, pretend to be Lane, you can do that, even if you sound bad. Just make sure there's no one else around you. And what was the song I was singing? I was singing I think it was Sea of Sorrow. I'm noticing a lot more people like discovering Alice in Chains, and I'm just like, that is so fucking awesome. Like, please, like, can we like more people onto Alice in Chains? I don't get people that like gatekeep music. That's weird. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like when that whole K-pop wave started, and then there were people saying, "Oh, I've been listening to K-pop." I was like, okay, that's great. Congratulations. If somebody I knew that didn't like my music before, and they were like, "Oh, you know, I like Alice in Chains now," I'd be like, that's fucking awesome. I remember I played Sonic Youth for my friend, and they were like, so like, and they made me feel so bad about it. They're like, what is this? Like, ugh, can you turn this off? And that made me feel so bad. And they're usually the type of person to like, you know, well, they're usually the type of person that's very understanding. So it was disappointing, and it was also like a little shocking to see them like shit on Sonic Youth a little bit. I don't know if anybody else here listens to Sonic Youth, but I'm pretty sure there's like 1 or 2 people that do. Yeah, but anyways, like, if your friend is playing music that you don't like, don't be a dick about it. Like, I mean, you shouldn't have to walk on eggshells with your friend. Like, if you don't like something, just say you don't like it, but don't be like a dick about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't make a whole fucking spectacle. Just say, I don't like this song. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And then I switch the song. We'll say, ugh, what is this? Ugh, turn it off. It's kind of mean. Do you think? I listened to like every Alice in Chains album up to like to their last album, which was Tripod, and well, their last album with Lane, which was Tripod, and I never listened to it just because I knew it was his last album, and I just didn't want it to end. Like, it was just so weird. Like, I just didn't want to have to realize, like, I didn't have to like face the facts, like, oh yeah, that was his last album with them. Like, so I had always like put off listening to like the entire album, and one day I did, and I was just like, oh my god, all this time I went without listening to them. Like, why would I do that? I don't know, but it was It was great. It was what I needed though. I really needed to listen to that album. I have an Alice in Chains Spotify playlist, and I will link it down below if you want to listen to them. I would say put it on shuffle because it's not always in order. And I wanted to make it into like an order so that we could just play it and then you could kind of get like an idea of who they are. But yeah, to each his own. I think you just have to like fall in love with them on your own. Like you can't force people to like certain types of music. There have been groups that I've like always said I didn't like, but then I ended up listening to their music and then liking them, like Smashing Pumpkins. I don't like Billy Corgan, but I do like Smashing Pumpkins, won't lie. I'm only gonna play like a snippet of the songs I'm listening to because YouTube copyrights you. I wish that YouTube didn't copyright you for listening to music. I feel like he used to talk to me more when I was ignoring him. I was like, is that what I have to do, ignore you for you to like talk to me? Like, hello? Well, eye contact is a huge factor with me. Like if we make eye contact for an extended amount of time, that means I like you. And I do stupid things, I do stupid cute things because that's just me. I can't help it. I can't help but be silly sometimes. And it's like, I don't know. And I think about times like when I would do certain things and he'd be around to see it and I would never know what to say and he would say something to me and I just wouldn't respond to him. And it's not because I didn't want to talk to him, it's just because I was shy. And I was gonna tell him like, oh, I don't mean to ignore you, I'm just shy. Like, but I don't want him to know how much I like him because that's when guys start to act like assholes. As soon as you tell a guy that you like him, he's like, oh really? Okay, well I'm gonna treat you like shit now. So, and that's the problem. That's why I didn't want to like let myself like him, but I kind of did. And I found out that like 3 other people I work with like him too. And you know what? Ever since I read The Dirt, if you haven't read The Dirt, don't talk to me, but ever since I read that book, no, I'm crying, no, oh no, hold on, wait, don't read that book, okay? Do not read The Dirt, don't. Stop crying, you're ruining your makeup. I don't want to talk to any more shitty guys. Like, stop putting those assholes in my life. And someone was telling me like, oh, you know, you have to let your soulmate come to you. I'm just like, when is that gonna happen? I'm like, and do you really believe? I believe in soul bonds and like all that. I mean, and when I think of soulmates, I don't even specifically think of somebody that I am infatuated with, like in love with or anything. Like, it could just be like a person that I feel really close to. Even when I looked normal, I was still not even sought after. So it doesn't matter. Even if I had pink hair, if I had blue hair, if I had green hair, it didn't fucking matter. Yeah, but it's tough to like meet someone, especially now. Like, how are you gonna meet somebody? Like, how is that gonna happen? The only way I met this guy's at work, and I was thinking at first when I started liking him, like, oh, you know what, you're just doing this because you're bored. Like, that's what the lie I was telling myself. But I liked him because he was quiet and he seemed reserved. And I always like the guys that look quiet, and those are usually the ones that ends up being serial killers, which is okay. But I just wanted somebody that I felt could understand me a little bit more. promise you, when quarantine is over, well, at least for me, I don't know about those other people that are going out and partying, but when quarantine is over for me and everything can go back to, well, we don't have to wear masks anymore, I'll say that. You know, then I'll have more interesting things to talk about because I'll be doing stuff. We used to say bye to each other every day after work. Like, what the hell happened to that? And like I remember one time when he was leaving and we were in the break room together and he was saying bye and I said bye and I didn't stop staring at him until he closed the door and he didn't stop staring at me until he closed the door. I was like, why do you do, like, what? Don't do this to me. Like, if you don't like me, please don't do this to me. Like, okay, I'm gonna blend out this contour with this brush, Real Techniques brush. Get on that wave. I need to get another one of these so I can have one for my concealer because I feel like it would look better if I had one. But anyways, yeah. Ever since that day I passed out, from exhaustion. Ever since the day I passed out, I liked him because he was the person that came to my side and was helping me. And he held my hand for a little while and it gave me butterflies, it gave me goosebumps. I was just like, what? Like, ew, I don't like this feeling. No. And then he gave me an ice pack and he was telling me all these things I could do. It's like, oh, squeeze your hand and keeps your blood flowing, it'll keep you awake. And I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, are you doing this because you need somebody on the floor, or are you doing this because you want to help me? Like, but I didn't even care. I just was like, a boy's giving me attention, oh my god. The bar is so low, so low. It's like I've been mistreated by men my entire life. I'm so used to this at this point that when a guy shows me even the littlest bit of kindness, I just like take it to the moon. I take it to the moon because I'm just like, oh my god, like, oh, I'm just like, oh my god, like, he's sweet, like, this must mean he's a good guy, like, and just because, you know, you do one nice thing for a person doesn't mean you're a good person or you're a good guy or whatever the case is. It's like, the only way to know is to ask him, like, hey, do you like me? But I don't want to do that. Like, I want to ask him if he likes me, and I also don't want to ask him out. No, I don't want to do that. Baby, I'm only tell you this once, you're the illest. Da-ba-da-da-do. I don't get why some people always have to like judge people like, oh, you have a tattoo, you have a piercing. Like, who the fuck cares? It's my body. Like, let people live their life the way they want to live it. I just don't understand like why they care so much. I asked you guys what kind of tattoo you want me to get because that's what you guys voted for, and I am still gonna do it. I just have to wait till I have money. Unless you guys want to give me some money right now, I'll go get the tattoo. You know, no. But YouTube still has not paid me. I've gotten one paycheck after 3 years on YouTube. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I reached the payment threshold, but they still haven't let go of that money yet. But they know I've reached it, but they refuse to pay me. It's like when I look at my YouTube stats, it shows how much I made in that month, and I'm like, oh, this is way over how much it says on my Google AdSense account. I'm just like, okay, so then where the fuck is the money? Where is it going? I'm like, I get that you guys take 75% out of our earnings, which is complete bullshit because you're not the one making the content or editing the videos. Like, we're the ones that do that shit. Like, that's why a lot of YouTubers, the way they make their money is through endorsements. They don't really make, you don't make jack diddly squat on YouTube, you know? And it's nice to hope and dream like, oh, you know, I want to be rich and make a lot of money and shit, but it's a lot of work it takes to do YouTube. And then also, you know, there's so many freaking rules and they keep on adding more and more rules and it's not helping anybody. Like, they added something that recently, I think it was last year, they added that, oh, if is your video made for kids, yes or no? Like, and if it's not, then your video isn't gonna be, it's gonna be like less likely to be promoted. And then on top of that, you know, there's restrictions on your videos, like of who can watch, which is so stupid. I'm like, you know, if a kid wants to watch a certain video, good or bad, they're gonna find a way to watch it. Like, They're not stupid. These kids are smart. Like, they can find out how to watch it. I'm like, if you don't want your kids watching certain things, then you should pay better attention to your children, or put on parent control on there if it's that serious. Like, I really don't understand. Like, some parents, they want to have so much control over their children. I'm like, you don't realize it, but you're suffocating them, and they're gonna like resent you for it. I'm like, you gotta like give your children a chance to breathe. You should be, you know, talking to them and be involved with them, you know, making sure they're all right and then they're not doing anything stupid, but don't be all up, like, you know, trying to control every single aspect of their life, because then they're just gonna want to break away from you, and that's not a good thing.
When you're here, you're family.